This is your AESH Electric Energy News Minute for Thursday, August 6, 2020. In mainstream news, CNBC reports Shetland and Denekos offshore wind farm to include floating solar and hydrogen production. A consortium made up of Shell and Denekos is to develop an offshore wind farm that will incorporate a range of technology demonstrations, including floating solar and hydrogen produced by electrolysis. The 759-megawatt Holland's Kust, Noord facility will be subsidy-free and able to produce at least 3.3 terawatt-hours annually, according to Denekos. The project will use 69 turbines from Siemens Gamesa, which will have a capacity of 11 megawatt each. Bloomberg headline: Kenya on course for $5 billion nuclear plant to power industry. Kenya's nuclear agency submitted impact studies for a $5 billion power plant and said it's on course to build and start operating the facility in about 7 years. The government looks to expand its nuclear power capacity fourfold from a planned initial 1,000 megawatts by 2035. The Financial Times reports Australia challenges China's graphite crown in electric vehicle batteries. Wall Street Journal headline: Electric truck makers deal adds further spark to battery-powered market. Lordstown Motors Corporation, the electric truck startup working to revive a former General Motors company plant in Ohio, plans to go public through a reverse merger deal, becoming the latest firm to tap investor excitement around battery-powered vehicles. Forbes headline: Hess stock is an energy sector outlier. Amid declining crude oil and natural gas demand, the strong hedge position of Hess Corporation, New York Stock Exchange. Hess is expected to support its revenues through the coronavirus crisis. The company has put options for 150 MBD of crude oil for 2020, which accounts for nearly 80% of the total crude oil production. BBC reports formal approval for Shetland SubC power cable. An interconnector cable linking Shetland to the national power grid for the first time has been formally approved by the UK's energy regulator. The SubC transmission cable is intended to bring power to the Isles, replacing an aging power station in Lerwick. It will also allow renewable energy projects to export power to mainland UK. EnergyLiveNews.com reports National Grid plans £10 million project to test hydrogen heating for UK homes. National Grid has announced plans for a £10 million trial project to test if hydrogen can heat homes in the UK and reduce carbon dioxide emissions from industry. The plan is to build a hydrogen test facility at Spatadam in Cumbria. The project, which will be delivered by the Risk Management and Energy Group DNVGL. In Energy and Resources publications headlines, SmartEnergy.com reports on its front page. Dutch tech innovators to pilot floating solar at North Sea wind farm. Dutch innovation firm TNO will pilot a minimum 0.5 megawatt peak (MWP) floating solar plant at the planned Holland's Kust, North, offshore wind farm to be built by the Crosswind Consortium. The consortium, a joint venture between Shell in the Netherlands and renewables firm Denekos, plans to put Holland's Kust, North, along with a green hydrogen hub in the port of Rotterdam, into operation in 2023. PowerGrid.com reports Plug it in. Electric car charging station numbers are rising. When the electric car revolution arrives, will there be enough places to plug in? There are now 26,000 electric vehicle charging stations open to the public in the US, with more than 84,000 plugs. But the country and the world will need thousands more if drivers are going to adopt vehicles powered by batteries alone. And because they're being asked to invest before that demand arrives, automakers and charging companies are struggling to raise the numbers. Powereng.com headline: Oil giant BP promises massive future investments in renewables, H2 and other zero to low energies. Historically high-positioned oil and gas producer BP announced Tuesday that it will reshape its business model to focus on low-carbon energies such as hydrogen, renewables and carbon capture. This has been your AESH Electric Energy News Minute for Thursday, August 6, 2020. If you want more global electric energy news and real-time alerts, hit the subscribe button now and follow us on social media.